With very few exceptions, over the course of 42 years of my life, I've taken the high road. And I've taken the high road because I thought it matched my values. I thought it matched my faith. And in some ways and sometimes it did do that. But I've also found that taking the high road has not helped even remotely protect my family against those who mean us harm. And so I'm finished with the high road, at least for now. And for people who mean me harm and my wife harm and my kids harm, and who can attack me and them and us without any ramifications, I'm finished with that. Let me unpack and explain it. This is Sean King, and you are listening to
The Breakdown. The Breakdown. The Breakdown.
I can't speak for how it might be around the world, but in this country, in the United States of America, when it's learned that you can attack somebody without any repercussions or ramifications, guess what happens? Things get worse and worse and worse. I remember when I first started seeing viral lies being told about me online. They were crazy, like outrageous, far-fetched lies, like out of nowhere. This is 10 years ago now. When I first started seeing those types of viral lies spread about me, I spoke to people that I knew that were in PR and marketing, and without fail, all of them told me, this is 10 years ago, don't respond to this stuff. It's ridiculous. It's outrageous. Don't dignify it. Don't respond. And I took their advice and I didn't respond. And the lies that people told about me got worse and worse and worse until they spiraled completely out of control and took over even my everyday work life, affected the safety and security of my family, the safety and security of my kids. I took the quote unquote high road. I took the professional route and said nothing. But those experts who I've talked to in the years since all told me like they didn't fully understand the viral social media economy. They understood old school newspaper media, print media, television media, but not memes and virality on the internet. And so lies that I never stopped or interjected grew and grew and grew and got worse and worse and worse and more outrageous, and people believed them more and more. And it did me so much harm. And almost nobody over the years came to my defense. Very few people. I can count on one or two hands the number of public figures that came to my defense as viral lies spread about me, my wife, my loved ones. And I had dozens of people who reached back and told me, Sean, I wanted to defend you, but even when I tinkered with it or tried, they were blasted so much that it scared them. The more they tried to defend me or thought about defending me, the worse it got for them. And I saw even close friends of mine say like, okay, I'm going to stay out of this because they saw what it was doing to me. Close friends who said, Sean, forgive me, but I can't deal with what you're dealing with. And I had no choice but to understand it and to accept it and to be okay with the reality that I didn't want my mother, my wife, my close friends, my colleagues. I didn't want my colleagues suffering what I had to suffer. So I told my colleagues and my friends and my family and my wife and my mother and my children, do not defend me online. Leave that alone. You don't need to be in that battle. But an unintended consequence of that is that in a space where virtually nobody is defending you and virtually nobody is protecting you, lies can spread. And what I have learned is there is a market for spreading misinformation or dangerous information where I live, where my home is, what my home looks like, what my children look like. There is a market for that information. It is popular to spread bad information about me, true or otherwise. Spread any information that could be harmful to me, and it frequently goes viral. I've lost count of the number of times I've been the #1 trending topic in the country. And I would generally defend myself to say, no, I have never stolen from a single person I've fundraised for in my entire life. Here's the evidence. It's illegal to do such a thing, and anybody who's saying I've done that is as phony as a $3 bill. And I would defend myself. But the person who spread the lie, the person who promoted the lie, suffered no repercussions or consequences. So they would spread the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And now entire media outlets are using misinformation and dangerous information about me to make money, to spread stories, to harm me. And I'm just at a point in my life where I'm going to have to redistribute that pain back to them. What you have tried to give to me, I return back to you. And so when you attack me publicly, spreading misinformation about me and my family and causing us to be unsafe, I will return all of that back to you. When you show people where I live, knowing good and well that it's going to cause white supremacists to show up at my house, when you do that, I will return it back to you. This is the game you introduced. You started this. I don't know you. Never knew you, never heard of you. But you have caused pain and misery and disruption in my family, and I have to return that back to your family. Take care, everybody.
Break it down.